you doing? My name is Andrea. I'm a coach. How are you? I wanted to give you a little update on what's going on with me. I get asked the same questions over and over, and I don't mean to, say that in a negative or frustrated way. I mean, sometimes I do get frustrated. But I figured I would just do like a little Q&A thing. I made a list, and I'm going to be answering questions that I get asked repeatedly on a very regular basis. Instead of answering each person the same way, maybe you will see this video and you won't feel the need to ask me the questions once I answer them. An update on me quickly. I've been at goal since September, October, somewhere in there. I didn't note the date. How do I stay there? People ask me that all the time. How do you stay at the goal? I don't understand. I can't do it. I bounce in, I bounce out, blah, blah, blah. I've made a whole video about this. I'm not going to go into it too far, but one of the major parts of me getting to goal and staying here is about me being a coach. I made my life mission, I guess you'd call it, around health. I talk about food all day long. I talk about metabolism. I talk about macros and nutrients and, just bettering your food so that the rest of your life can get a little bit better, that kind of thing. I talk about it all day long with clients. It would be very hypocritical for me not to do the things that I'm talking about. I choose to walk the walk and not talk the talk. My husband found himself heavy. He saw what I was doing. He went into the 5-in-1. He lost his weight. He stopped doing the 5-in-1. Did a little bit of a transition thing, kind of did it by the book. But then his mission changed. So he started to do bulking, heavy-duty bulking, which made me very happy. And then he was doing a cut. He still is in that cut. But in the last 4 weeks, it's been 4 weeks, he has now decided to be vegan.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I make lamb.
If you are one of my clients, you knew that Larry had become vegan because I was very emotional about it. He was a reducitarian for a long time. When he made this sort of declaration, I didn't know how impactful it was going to be on the rest of the family, and it has been impactful in a good way. I still don't feel comfortable calling myself a vegetarian. I definitely am a reducitarian. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a fair amount of chicken. I eat eggs, and I eat dairy products, but I do not eat a lot of beef. I haven't been huge on pork ever, really. Maybe once or twice a month I'll eat pork. I do not eat veal, and I do not eat lamb because those are baby animals. So I don't like to eat babies, except for eggs, I guess. So what do we eat? A lot of seeds, actually, for protein source. Beans, yes, but seeds. Hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds. I wish there was chicken seeds. So there's a lot of seeds. I tried to do oats for a couple of weeks. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw that I was trying desperately to prepare oats in a way that I found delicious and didn't disrupt my digestion. Unfortunately, I still have not been able to find a way to eat oats that don't bother me. I think I have a little bit of an allergy to oats. Anyway, chickpeas, we always have tons of avocado in the house. It's a little difficult to stay low carb and vegan. It's a little tough. I'm not saying that you can't do it, and I'm not saying that it's not a goal. I'm not calling it a goal, but right now I'm not vegan. Medifast products do not call themselves vegan. There is a large handful of things that don't have animal products in them, but they don't list them as vegan. So I'm not going to say that there are vegan Medifast products. The ready-to-drink shakes, the barbecue bites, there's a couple of things that don't have any animal products in them. Anyway, so Larry is taking advantage of those products, and he's also doing his own thing. So there's the update sort of on where we are. My weight has pretty much stayed the same. I did have a little bit of a bounce up, and again, if you were on my team, you knew about this because I made a video privately for my clients. I had a little bounce up in my weight. 3 pounds, not a big deal. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go into the 5-in-1. I'm gonna do 5-in-1 strictly 100%. My friend Rachel who's also a coach. She's been doing 5-in-1 for 13 days. She's been very inspirational to a lot of us. So I said, you know what, instead of just like waiting for these 3 pounds to go away, because sometimes waiting for weight to go away doesn't happen, I'm gonna be proactive. I'm gonna go into the 5-in-1. 2 days later, it was gone. I'm not like, you know, bouncing into bread now. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? I don't need to do the 5-in-1. Past 48 hours, I was done. Those 3 pounds were gone. So I've been hitting the gym hard. I've been doing a lot of exercise, a lot of weight training. I'm still only doing elliptical as my cardio because anytime I do anything else, it hurts. It hurts my lower body. So I am just gonna stick with the elliptical, and I do circuit training within the elliptical. Someday when I'm comfortable in spandex on my channel, I will do a video about what I do on the elliptical. So let's go to the Q&A. Again, these are questions that were asked of me a lot of times, and I'm just going to answer a few of them today. Do my kids eat Medifast? Yes, they do. I would not consider them to be clients of the Take Shape for Life program, but I do incorporate some Medifast products into their lifestyle. Basically, I make them soft bakes for breakfast maybe twice a week. One of my kids loves the cinnamon roll crunch bar. Another one loves the chocolate mint crunch bar. Little things like that. They both really enjoy the ready to drink shakes. Sometimes I'll make the powdered shakes with cow's milk or almond milk, more often with cow's milk. It makes it a little bit more meaty for them. I'm not saying that you should do it. I do that for my kids. Okay, so do my kids eat Medifast? Yes, they do. Do I still eat the Medifast products? Yes, I do. In fact, they have a limited amount of optimal health products. The optimal health products are the ones that are for the people on maintenance. I actually really like the regular weight loss products. I utilize approximately 3 a day, and then for 3 meals out of my day, I make my own food. The other 3 meals that I'm making my own food, I really am making all of my own food. I try not to eat packaged food hardly at all. Considering that I was on the 5-in-1 for so long to lose my weight, and then I'm still eating 3 prepackaged meals per day, I feel that the rest of my food should really be as many whole foods as possible. I try to make it so that I don't add more than 5 to 7 ingredients to any dish that I make. I usually make more than I need, and then I can portion it out so that there's no trying to feed myself when I'm hungry, because that's been the key for me to keep my weight off, is that I don't try to feed myself when I'm actively hungry. I choose what my food is going to be when I'm not hungry, so that when I get hungry, there's no questions. Should you exercise on the plan? The skinny of it is not for the first 2 weeks. And if you want to know why, the short answer is not that exercise is bad for you. But while you're getting into the habit of not overfeeding your body, which most of us have done for many, many years, we want you to be in a very calm, relaxed, rational state. Exercise can make you hungrier than normal. So while you're getting into the habit of eating 6 or 7 times a day, teeny tiny meals, every 3 hours, we don't want you to also have that extra level of hunger underneath. If you're already exercising, maybe you should stay doing that, but bump it down 50, 75%. Talk to your coach. I'm not answering anything that you should now write down and say, she told me to do it this way. That's not what I'm doing right here. What do I do because Medifast doesn't sell eggs anymore? I get this question literally every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I still have not found a dupe. I'm not actively looking for a dupe, actually. Dupe meaning duplicate. We are allowed to have eggs on the program. So use eggs. You're gonna have to count it toward your lean. This is not a problem. If you think of it as a problem, then that's your problem. You could also not use eggs and you could eat the meals the way that they are. Listen, I'm not saying that, you know, the Mexican cheesy biscuits or the chicken cheesy biscuits, I don't even know what I call this stuff. I'm not saying that those are bad recipes. I like both of those recipes. But because Medifast doesn't have a line of eggs to sell as products, as meal replacements anymore, try to use an egg. You're gonna have to play with it. I have told people to put like exact measurements of water and temperature of their oven and their microwave and exact seconds in the microwave, and it comes out different. So I can't tell you exactly what to do. You're gonna have to play with it. Each meal is a couple of bucks. It's not going to change the way the meal tastes. It might boil over in the microwave, it might be a little bit dry, it might be a little bit moist. It's gonna taste the same. It's powdered food. Add some water and eat it. Okay, I will tell you that I tried this. I found this in the vegan section. I wonder why I was there. I found this in the vegan section of my Stop and Shop. And it is called Egg Replacer. And the texture of this stuff is exactly like Medifast eggs, right? But unfortunately, nutritionally, it doesn't work out, and also cooking-wise, it doesn't work out. I'll tell you right now, don't buy this if you think that it's going to be replacing Medifast eggs. This has potato starch, tapioca flour, leavening, cellulose, gum, and modified cellulose. Medifast products have a lot of these things in them, but they also have protein, and they also have vitamins. 20% of your daily vitamins. This doesn't have any of that. This has 15 calories per 1.5 teaspoons, and it's got 4 carbs. I had done the rationalization in my head. If this works out, it's okay. Maybe half of it, I can use it as like 2 condiments. I don't know. Maybe if I run it by nutrition support, they'll give me some ideas, blah, blah, blah. I tried this every which way. I'm not even gonna bother calling nutrition support. It doesn't work. It doesn't do the same thing as the Medifast eggs. Don't buy this. Why can't I have fruit? Did fruit make you fat? Probably not. Fruit has sugar in it. Granted, vegetables have sugar in them also. Sugar is going to make you hungry. People who have sugar problems are usually hungry all the time. Their hunger is phantom hunger. It's not real. Their body is asking for something that it doesn't actually really need. Even though fruit is very good for you, and I've got a bowl of it right over here in front of me, this, in my system, this would act like a Snickers bar. I don't eat banana, hardly ever. Maybe a half a one at a time, and maybe only if my kids didn't eat the whole thing will I eat the rest, the banana, okay? I never sit down and eat a banana. It doesn't have a complete enough macro chart for me. This, for me, in my system, is all carbohydrate. And although there is a little bit of protein in a banana, and I could add peanut butter to it, it still would be, the sugars would be too high and the fat would be too much from the peanut butter. So it's not worth it to me to eat this banana. Do I crave a banana? Hardly ever. When you were not doing this program, were you craving fruit? Really? See this? I don't go anywhere near this. This is a mango. My husband saw these. He loves them. Loves them. He's eating like 1 a day. Mango is so high in sugar. If you're gonna go off the plan and you're gonna go off the plan with fruit, that would be interesting. Don't do it with mango. I would go for apple. I would go, green apple, by the way, has less sugar than red apples. It's time for me to drink. Green apples, berries, pears, that sort of thing, okay? But again, fruit is not recommended when you're in the weight loss phase of this program. When is Take Shape for Life or Medifast going to come out with new products? I have no idea. They don't really tell the coaches these kind of things before they do it. Sometimes we'll get an email that says, we're going to be releasing a new product and it's going to be released on Thursday, but we don't want you to talk about it on social media until Wednesday. The coaches, there's like 10,000 coaches in the United States for Take Shape for Life. And there's no way that they could leak information to us and expect it to stay quiet. That just doesn't happen. Especially with somebody like me who like supports like somewhere between 40 and 60 clients at a time. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have information and not give it to my clients? Of course I'm gonna give it to my clients. And then my clients are gonna give it to all of you guys, right? So if all of you are on Facebook together and you see somebody post, oh, you know, there's going to be like a new, I don't know, apple turnover meal or something. Wouldn't it be funny if they came out with an apple turnover meal? Anyway, if they came out with like a new meal and you post about it on social media, then all of a sudden I get in trouble? No. Because we all want to be excited about new stuff, right? What kind of meals would I want to see from Take Shape for Life? People ask me this all the time. I guess they trust my, my judgment about it. I would love, actually, if they didn't make new meals. I would love it if they tweaked or changed the flavors of current meals. I don't think that any of the meals need to change texture. Maybe the chicken and wild rice soup. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that one. I would love it if they made unflavored oatmeal. I have a client, Marguerite, she knows who she is. She asks me about that all the time. When are they gonna come out with unflavored oatmeal? I wanna be able to make oatmeal savory. Yes, if they could make oatmeal savory, we could be making biscuits with the soups, we could be doing scones, we could be doing all that kind of stuff. Okay, and also the mashed potatoes. I wish that they would make the mashed potatoes unflavored so that I could actually do them sweet. Kind of like a farina, cream of wheat kind of a thing. Add a little bit of equal or something like that. It would be a wonderful thing. A little bit of the Medifast sugar-free maple syrup. Are they going to re-release the gravy and the fajita seasoning? I have no idea. I doubt it. That has been off the market for at least a year and a half. Close to 2 years, actually. It might even be 2 years that it's off the market. When I see people selling it on the internet, it drives me crazy because there's no way that stuff isn't expired by now. I usually tell people to just do Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash has no salt, and I don't think any of them have any sugar, but you gotta look at the, the ingredients. You have to read the ingredients on everything that you buy, especially blends. Seasoning blends, a lot of times they'll have like, sugar, cellulose, that kind of stuff in them. You wanna try to keep that stuff to a minimum. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up at this point. If you have any questions about the Medifast products or the Take Shape for Life program, you are more than welcome to message me. You can either email me at TeamMetallicaMom@gmail.com. You can also friend me on Instagram and Facebook. I am very active on both of those platforms. I'd also love it if you subscribed. If you want to hit that subscribe button below, that would be fabulous. All right, so I'm going to be doing a video about how to watch my channel, actually. So you can go ahead and look for that. That's going to be coming soon because I feel that there are a lot of people who are not taking advantage of the features of YouTube. And there are some features in YouTube that would make it a lot easier for you to see, not just my content, but other people's content, okay? I know that a lot of you are on here and that you're watching this video because you want to know more about the program because you want success, and that's fabulous. The first thing you should do is subscribe, okay? If you're watching this on Facebook, go over to YouTube, look up Metallica Mom, and go ahead and subscribe. If you're friends with me on Facebook and you think that you're going to see everything that I do, you're not gonna, because a lot of times I post stuff onto YouTube and not on Facebook. Sometimes I post stuff on Facebook and not on YouTube. Friend me in both places. Subscribe on YouTube and then friend me on Facebook and then follow me on Instagram. All those things. Okay, so comment and like and thumbs up and all that good stuff, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.